What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today I will be reviewing yet another collaboration beer, this time between the Abomination Brewing Company and the Skygazer Brewing Company, both of which are nomadic breweries that brew out of the 12% Beer Project location in North Haven, Connecticut, and this is their Dreamatorium. So they are calling this one an Imperial Stout that is brewed with raspberries, granola, yogurt, cacao nibs, and lactose. Comes in 11.3% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review. This can is approximately 8.5 months old. I want to give a huge thanks and shout out once again to a very good friend of mine and fellow BeerTuber, Ridge, over at Ridgeopolus, aka Get a Nose on a Beer Reviews, for hooking me up with this one. So big thanks to him. In the description box, I'll post a link to his channel along with the beer mail unboxing video I did that contains all the goodies that Ridge hooked me up with. And yeah, I'm really excited about this one. Now, we do get Abomination in Western New York. I did not see this one, but then again, when this one was released back in May of 2021, I was not drinking beer. My channel was on hiatus, and in fact, about a month and a half later, I underwent open heart surgery to replace my aortic valve. So let's just say I'm happy that I'm able to drink this one. So big thanks to Rich for this one. Go check out his channel. Great guy. And I'm really happy he sent me this one because I really love what Abomination does. I haven't had any of their Wandering in the Fog series yet. I need to try some of that out, but they do some wacky shit that's delicious. And then Skygazer, I've only had one beer from them as part of their watercolor series, which is heavily fruited sour ale. It's really good. I didn't review it. Probably should have. Maybe I will in the future. So both of them brew out of the 12% Beer Project location, North Haven, Connecticut, like a lot of other breweries. And I just love the label art. I mean, it's just this is just a fantastic label, honestly. And I don't know what to expect from this one. Raspberries, granola, yogurt, cacao nibs, lactose. Like, is this going to be like a other half crunchy, but in like Imperial Stout form? Who knows? Let's crack it open. So I got a new fridge, a new beer fridge, and I set it about 50, 52-ish. So I grab stouts pretty much out of the fridge, let them sit for like 5-10 minutes, and I just go to ham. And most of my IPAs, I drink right out of that fridge around 50 degrees. It's fantastic. I love it. So I just thought I'd mention that because this is the first, I think, stout I'm reviewing out of that fridge. So hopefully it's perfect temperature. Holy shit, that looks like fucking motor oil. Are you kidding me right now? Holy shit, that looks crazy. Actually, I'm going to pour the rest of this in when I'm done, because that fucking poured out like motor oil. Holy Christ. That's insane. And it tastes crazy. Holy shit. Anyway, yeah. So that is, so it poured out like this really like deep, dark mahogany color, but it was like, it looked like mud pouring out. On camera, probably gonna look different, but you see, so I'd imagine this is using like raspberry puree or like the granola, because it has like the pectin a lot of times when you do heavily fruited sour ales, where it stains the glass with what I'd imagine is like the raspberries from this one. Maybe the yogurt, I don't know. That looks fucking crazy though. So very murky and turbid. On camera, probably even pitch black. In person, more of like a really, really dark, dirty, muddy brown color. I had about a finger of this brown colored head or light brown colored head, but it has like this slight pinkish tinge, probably from the raspberries. Looks fucking crazy. This beer looks crazy, honestly. Let's get a nose. Oh, it's, my brain is having a cramp right now. So when I said other half crunchy series, and it's behind me on the pretentious wall of bottles and cans, you'll see, I think, the raspberry and Bixberry, something like that, behind me, a couple of them. Those beers are crazy because it's like you got like a parfait, right? Where you get the yogurt, you get the granola, and then they put fruit in it. And that's kind of what those beers are in sour beer form. This kind of smells like that, but in Imperial Stout form, and it's fucking crazy. There's raspberries. I get in the yogurt, big blast of granola. And then there's this underlying like roasted malt chocolate thing. I mean, again, Imperial Stout, 11.3%. There's also cacao nibs in this one. So the chocolate's amplified. So it's like you took a parfait and then you just drizzled like a chocolate syrup on top. Kind of what it smells like. Man, it's just, I can't. I just can't. Like, can't. Every time I go back to the nose, I'm just reminded of those crunchies because it's raspberry, it's granola, it's yogurt. And it's weird to have that in an Imperial Stout. My brain cannot process it. I don't know how many times I can tell you this, but it's just struggling mightily. I just want to drink this because I could sit here probably for like 10 minutes on the nose and I'm probably going to pick out different things. But at the end of the day, my brain's just like, drink the fucking thing because I want to see what this tastes like. And I'm just like, no, we got to drink the fucking thing. So I'm going to. Cheers. Thanks again, Rich. It's fucking dynamite. Wow. That's good. The aftertaste is kind of weird. It's pretty good, though. Let me pour the rest in here because I feel like there's a lot of good. It's like sludge. I don't know if you can see that pouring out. It's pouring out like sludge. It's like chunks and shit. I don't know what's happening. Definitely puree. Probably raspberry puree, I'd imagine. Let me go back in for a second. Just let me do it. The body on this is like full bodied. This is thick. It's syrupy. It's like one of those heavily fruited sour beers, but it's an Imperial Stout. So I think they're using raspberry puree in this one. And it's noticeable based on what you can see on the side of the glass and everything. But this is full bodied, thick, syrupy. The mouthfeel, super soft, super creamy. It's so smooth on the palate. There's carbonation, but that kind of hits you up front, and then it's done. Like, it's gone, and it's so smooth and creamy on the finish. The taste, right at the forefront. Raspberry, granola, and yogurt. It's a parfait. Reminds me of breakfast. You know, you want to eat maybe a little healthier, but maybe not as healthy. I mean, fresh raspberries, yogurt, granola, it's healthy. But that hits me right at the forefront, so it gives me those other half crunchy-esque vibes. But then right after that, the Imperial Stout kicks in, and there's roasted malt, there's coffee, there's all kinds of chocolate. There's bittering chocolate from the cacao nibs. There's sweeter like milk chocolate, like a Hershey's milk chocolate. There's a lot of chocolate. It finishes sweet. This is the shout out. We'll shout out Blue Ice Alex. I always appreciate the support from Alex. He comments on all my videos. I try to watch and comment on all his. He's a great guy in the BeerTubing community. People like him are just so supportive of BeerTubers, and he does not like sweet beers at all. Like, period. He always says, like, I feel like I'm going to lose a toe, like I'm going to develop diabetes and the whole nine. And I get that. And this is a beer that I would like to share with someone because it is fucking crazy sweet. Like, from the raspberry puree, which I assume is puree, the granola, the yogurt, the lactose, this is sweet. It's decadent. It's rich. It's dessert in a glass. I love the taste of it, but I know that I shouldn't drink this entire can. There's no bitterness on this one. There's a very slight, like, not even semi-dry, very slight, like, mild dryness to this one. This finish is sweet. Here's the thing. The flavors are fucking immaculate. It's really fucking sweet. It's so sweet. I wish they took some of these ingredients out. Like, just do the raspberries, granola, and yogurt. And maybe we could count it. Don't add the lactose, but I think the lactose is adding that creaminess to the body one. I don't know. I just feel like this is, if they could somehow make this balance where there's enough of like a bitterness or a dryness in the back of the palate, this would be like 5 out of 5. This is just crazy flavor-wise. I love it. So what do I rate this one? Oh, 11.3%. It's fucking voodoo on the palate. I'm all over the place in this review. There's so many things that my brain is trying to process. Let's be honest. You know, a lot of people say that they don't like my self-deprecating humor. I do it just because, fuck it, right? What, you can't take yourself. It's fucking, I'm reviewing craft beer on YouTube, right? Like, I don't take myself seriously whatsoever. My reviews are what they are. I love the fact that there are so many people out there that enjoy my reviews. I love reviewing beer, but you don't take yourself too seriously. Whatever. My palate is my palate. At the end of the day, my brain is having issues processing what I feel like should be flavors in a sour beer in an Imperial Stout. It's just, I drink it, I take the sip, and then halfway through my brain's like, can't process that. And I'm like, why not? They're like, because these flavors don't go together. And I'm like, but they're delicious. My brain doesn't want to hear it. All right, so this is what I'll say. I'll wrap this up because this is going to be a long review. I love the flavor profile of this one. A flavor profile of this one is 5 out of 5. No questions asked. The fact that it's 11.3% and I can't taste the alcohol, like, there's no warming into the fucking chest. Is this really 11.3%? I don't know. But if it is, I cannot taste it in the chest, or feel it in the chest, and I can't taste it on the palate. So that's insane. The flavors are just divine. They're awesome. It's too sweet. So how do I rate it appropriately based on the flavors are awesome, it hides the alcohol, but it's too sweet? I'm going to have to come to a happy medium here. All right, I think, and I just love the can too, the label. All right, listen, whatever. I'm rating this what I am. Keep in mind, ratings do not matter. They never matter. They shouldn't matter. The only rating that should matter is whatever you rate a beer because, everybody has different tastes. So, at the end of the day, me giving this whatever I give this should have no effect on your life whatsoever. Anyway, Dreamatorium, collaboration between Abomination and Skygazer, low 4.75 out of 5. I'm going to go 4.65 out of 5. Why? Because that's where my brain is right now. And my brain's all over the place, but as is, this beer is fucking delicious. Price point and availability, I have no idea. It was sent to me by Ridge. I'd guess that this beer is probably in like the $7-8 range for a can, maybe even more. For what this is, I'd probably pay up to $10. I would like to be in the $6 to $8 range, but I'd pay up to $10 for that can. No questions. Availability, wherever you see Abomination, Skygazer, probably saw this one. And that's all I can say. There's not much more to say about it. Thanks again to Ridge for this one. I don't know if Ridge reviewed this one. If he did, I didn't see the review, so maybe I need to go watch it if he hasn't. If he has reviewed it, I'm going to go watch it because I didn't see it. If he hasn't reviewed it, that's a bummer because I would have loved to know what he thought about this one. I feel like this is one right in his wheelhouse. You don't get much, really any coffee. It's sweeter. It's delicious. And here's where I always say, if you've had this one before, let me know what you think about it. Let me know what you think about it because this is a mind fuck. I don't know how many times I can tell you in this review my brain cramped, but it was probably like a half dozen. I need to know what people thought about this beer because I don't know what I even think about this beer, so I'd love to know what you think about it. I'm done. Not much more to say about it. If you had this one before, let me know what you think about it. Thanks again to Rich. Thanks to everybody stopping by and supporting the channel. I truly do appreciate it. Beers like this are why I review beers on YouTube and why I'm a BeerTuber, because it's a lot of fun to try to break down a beer like this that I cannot properly break down because I don't have the mental capacity to do so. Anyway, to the next one. Cheers.